Alright. Okay. Hello, everyone. I am Oracle Unicorn, and welcome to Shaman Messages. Please keep in mind this is a general reading. Take what resonates, leave the rest. Put some things in your back pocket. You never know, you might need it for later. Be sure to check your moon rising. Oh, yeah, we're not doing that. Okay, so this is a general collective. Oh, that looks so cool. A general collective reading for the twin flame collective, because I changed, because I'm noticing with, this is kind of loud. Okay, because I'm noticing with doing, and that's so crooked. Oh, okay, whatever. I'm noticing with doing like twin flame collective reading, it's just pulling up a lot of love readings over and over and over and over again with a lot of the same energies over and over and over again. I don't like that. I have been a big person and stickler about constantly doing love readings. Didn't used to do that, and I was literally asking myself today, what is it with this? Because I used to never do love readings. I used to go, you know what, if I really see it that badly and feel like I really have to say it, then I'll put the love scenario in there. I don't know what happened. I don't know if maybe it was some shift within me about being so adamant about trying to come in a state of healing to feel. I don't know. I got lost in my own healing, I'm guessing. And it was more out of healing my heart. So, yeah, I changed it up. So now it's like really kind of like the energy I want to pull into it is the twin flame collectives, because y'all are the ones that are so self-aware with everything, because of the fact that y'all are pulling the self-awareness just to be able to figure out a healing and move into like having a union and being able to come together with someone, and both of y'all create your on being on the journey to your happily ever after. So I see how it ties and how it kind of fell together that way. So I literally specify advice in my readings now, like twin flames collective advice. So it's not going to be about your read. It's not going to be about your connection, your relationship, or whatnot. It's going to be more or less on the healing. Yeah. I had one. I'm good. No, I left. There was three. I know. And I had one, and then I was good. Oh, you don't want any more? Yeah, I don't want any more. I'm good. Thank you. So, yeah, without fail, y'all. All right, let's get another reading. All right. Guides, messengers, what advice do we have for our collectives here? We need advice for our collectives. We do not need to know too much over and over again about, I guess, these union energies. A lot. I mean, because apparently there's different areas and processes of when unions happen. So certain unions will happen at one energy, a whole nother collective of unions happen at a whole another time, and so on and so forth. So doing union energies, it's like you're going to literally get the same energy, and then there's only going to be some things that are going to be different about it. All right. Dang. And I went into a huge freaking emotional breakdown today with myself and through all of this. Like, what am I even doing? It wasn't even about the readings. It was literally about my own healing. And like, literally questioning my healing. Asking myself, what am I even thinking? Like, am I just doing what I constantly feel sometimes my situations do to me, which is heal something and then completely rip it apart just to have to heal it again. Sometimes I really feel like it happens that way. And it sucks. It really does. Wow. And so the overall energy in this is Lilith. That's interesting. That's pretty crazy. Wow, with witch behind it. Transformation. Dang. Emotional balance. So there's a lot of people out there really coming into seeing and like taking a closer look into their like possibly some confusion about fears, unfounded fears, understanding of freedom. Some are seeking advice in some sort of like some hidden aspects some people feel about themselves, and taking a closer look and how to possibly take a closer look and taking a change in tactics because of the process of the way things were going was not working. Oh, wow, this feels like my energy. I'm learning certain things, understanding what is being unraveled to be unlearned, to relearn, or to change tactics, to be able to see truly where accountability takes place, and not when you're just taking accountability to take accountability, hoping it's going to bring you healing. When it's not yours to accountability it for, that probably didn't make any sense, but when it's not yours to take accountability for. So taking accountability when you're not needing to take accountability, it's probably what's causing this tear down in some areas. That's what I'm saying. That's a new one because I can kind of see that in myself. Taking a closer look at certain things, being able to see where some of these pieces that seem to be missing are becoming more whole. Looking deeper into certain areas where a new light's being shined on certain dark areas. Let me go ahead and get these spellcasters. Because I think I've had enough of dark freaking black mirror energy. I want to flip it that way. Strength. Having strength to get through. Being able to see the true wealth in the dedication here with Freya, I see. Seeing the true wealth in the dedication. And really standing guard and kind of working out these last bit of shadows. It's going to illuminate doorway because we do have the Page of Wands. Okay, and if there was a balance happening possibly between two women, it's no longer happening anymore. Looks like a decision was made in that, just for that being there, because it's two of Pentacles upside down. It's balancing or juggling. That's what I meant to say. It's juggling. No longer juggling. There's some sort of, and then you have the asking. Okay, so. Hangman. Asking for clear perception, because you have the hangman right side up. So that's taking a different look about something, asking someone for, maybe it's asking for another opinion from someone else. Having victory over some sort of secrets, though, because you have the victory card over Soronis. So that's having victory over some sort of so someone having courage through something. Let's see. Their changing tactic is they are not just not doing anything. They're not, they're no longer being defensive. How is this ending up a freaking reading? Like, okay. Someone is no longer being defensive in some sort of like unequal dynamic of some sort, because you have all these wolves around here wanting to kill this person. This person's just kind of like laying there like, all right, I'll accept death. And this person is no longer accepting death. They're standing up and going after. They're taking their loss and going after what they really want. Yeah, like seeking allies to help create some sort of change. That's interesting. Cool. All right. Unfounded terrors, destruction, and being free. Someone is no longer kind of like in a meditative, in a contemplation about something. This is the Four of Cups is also a card where the guy is sitting by the tree looking at these three cups, and then there's a fourth one being offered, wondering whether or not they want to take that cup or not. Well, this is kind of like transparent terrors, unfounded fears. I feel like this is understanding one's fears and not allowing one's fears to hold them back from going after what they already know inside themselves that they want. All right, there's some sort of emperor in play. What a weirdly off reading. Okay, taking a closer look about some sort of collaboration. Yeah, so Three of Pentacles, that is collaboration. But this is also, in this card, speaking about teaching, taking a closer look about teaching something. There's this confusion card over not walking away from something, no apology being given. Because of not walking away from something, there's no movement in someone's seeds that they planted because of lack of collaboration. because of it's like someone's not seeing some sort of, I guess, sneaky behavior about an Ace of Pentacles. Because if you change that energy, it's like there would be sneaky behavior about an Ace of Pentacles. But going under that is with an Emperor. It may be because if with this, taking a closer look about some sort of collaboration, someone does come out with a king or with a queen of or the Knight of Cups. And that's a full-out love offer. Coming out of 10 of Swords energy and 3 of Swords energy. That would be great. With this King of Cups upside down. Some of this is relating to possibly authority. Something maybe to deal with court. Not walking away from it. Not taking some kind of offer. It looks like there's in the defense and authority, but there's a transformation in stability, but there's also like a destruction in a stability to allow some sort of transportation in a stability. The pole star behind it, resolution, being able to see how to achieve one's goals. Truth and justice. So, like I was going to say, it looks like it's going to play out, right? I mean, the middle energy in all of this is victory. So that's cool, right? And plus some solar cards. Let's see. I mean, that makes sense. And then it just gets it just looks like a tower crumble right here. Like got pieces of a tower that's being cleaned up. Certain things being rebuilt. Especially looking like with this energy here, someone's coming out of some heavy ass energy. Especially with the 10 of Swords being there and the 3 of Swords. Oh. Alright, so this will be victory, influence, or association with a medium light lady. There's some disappointments or some delay in plans, possibly relating to change in tactics and seeking out allies to your cause. The change in perspective, seeing things differently, is clarified by a light complected man over 40. Clarify that this lack of movement here with this Chariot upside down is relating to something that you will receive, or that you will be giving to someone that is going to create movement into everything that will allow victory. Oh man, I'm glad I pulled this out. Because right here, like literally pulling all of this kind of sense of destruction energy here, it's like you will receive something or meet someone unexpectedly. So you're either stuck, feeling stuck. Oh, and I totally resonate with that. In this energy, trying to really not seeing how all the seeds you're taking care of and everything like that, how it's like where you see where it is growing in certain areas, but you don't see how it's growing in some of the most important areas. And you just kind of feel like it's all just kind of built up right here, waiting to just be released. And in a sense, you're right. Either someone or there's someone working through things as they're waiting for this shift. And then there's some of you that are working through and getting help to have this movement happen. There's supposed to be this universal shifting that's supposed to be happening. I'm calling out to it. I'm about done with this freaking cycle I'm in. So there's once the shift happens, because I'm telling y'all ain't the only ones going through this freaking feeling stuck energy, wondering what the heck am I supposed to doing more of. Like, all right, it is happening, and I feel that's why I literally pulled 4 cards on top of 1 card here, and then this 1 card that the fallen angel card. Yeah, the confusion and everything that's going on. Oh my gosh. And my mom brought back oh my gosh, and this still notes love and sympathy and affections and affairs. I'm telling y'all, no matter how much I try to keep freaking love readings out of my readings, it's the heavy energy here. But my mom went to Panda Express. She brought back some food, and I got a fortune. And the other fortune I got last time, I think a few days ago, and we had Chinese food. And it was like, someone can read your mind. It was awesome. I was like, what is up with these fortunes? And you would not believe thank you. Merry Christmas. I appreciate that. And career. I don't do personals, and this is kind of like a general, so take what resonates, leave the rest. But it, like, what I can see in a sense here, how I can pull an understanding level when it comes to career is there's some changes that are happening. There is definitely a victory energy involving someone that's influenced or associated in your life that seems or holds the energy, they look like or hold the energy of a medium light lady, and that there's some collaboration that's going to happen that's going to allow your career to move forward, because there's this energy of whether to walk away or not, and it's going to move forward. But there's this person that is like a King of Cups energy that's probably holding certain things back. So just kind of put that out there for that. Okay. Because if this in a sense kind of resonates with that, this is only general and this is only for this. Okay. So the fortune that I got today was, any doubts you have will soon disappear. So if that's totally like, if this resonates in a way on a spiritual level and how this is being pulled out when it comes to your healing and your passions in your work, reflect off of your inward healing. So any doubts you have will soon disappear. So depending on how you view things, so I've got the Hangman here. Depending on how you view things is how you're going to be able to see where the collaboration will be coming from, and being able to take a closer look at that, and taking a closer look within your own healing that reflects in your work too. Maybe certain things that feels like, it could be personal things, and that can really bleed into your work. Especially if your work is something that is driven by your heart and the passions that you do. So working more on a personalified sense of level with your own, like, relaxing sense of energy balancing. Like mine, it's like I literally, like, I've been doing a lot of candle magic here for a while, and then I did a little bit of moving things around in my room. And to me, doing that outside of myself, and I'm contemplating all of this in my head, the things I'm going through, allowing myself release, because my release is also talking to my guides out loud as if they're right next to me and crying, which is why I'm just kind of like, I sound very drained, but I'm actually very clear. I'm actually very cleansed because of all of that I just did. I would not be doing a reading right now if I felt condensed, if I felt so much pressure in my head to where I couldn't think and I just didn't even want to do my work. To me, this is, in a sense, my work. I can't do this if I feel extremely off balance. This is why I'm on here at 2 p.m. and not like 10 a.m, because I was doing balancing work with myself. And part of my balancing work is a lot of crying, a lot of cleaning, and a lot of ranting. So that's what I feel is being taken a closer look, either with collaboration with yourself and maybe the balancing act between your personal stuff and your work, and maybe like the emotional ties that it could have. Not allowing yourself to vent and keep bottling things up reflects badly on the work too, because I end up wanting to rush through this. I end up wanting to just not take my time and put my heart into my work. So this could be a lot with that. So what's really being pulled out here, because this could also involve family. Maybe there's a lot of family matters going on that's bleeding, that's putting up blockages, not allowing you to move forward in your work. So those family matters, it's healthy to kind of look at them or take care of them or kind of really work with them, and then, kind of move into your work instead of being like, oh, I just can't handle this and I'm just going to go do my work. Well, you kind of pull that energy into that, which is why a lot of the time, if I'm at a very, very negative mind space or something happened and I just need to just sit and go watch something that's going to make me laugh, that's what I go do. It's like get myself out of that freaking rough mindset, because there is no balanced thinking when you're in that mindset. It sucks. And I realized that, me putting myself in kind of like my own little like dark space, and allowing myself my own little rants with my guides and the spirits, and letting them know and telling them, hey, this is how I feel, this is what I'm thinking, this is what's computing in my own head, this is just doesn't seem right, this doesn't seem balanced, I don't understand why I'm doing this, but yet I'm doing this and doing it with all my heart, but yet I'm supposed to get some kind of other, some kind of transformation, or I'm supposed to like this is what came up in my head really was, okay, I'm doing all this freaking healing, I'm doing all this, I'm putting so much work into this healing, I'm trying to allow myself to relax, given why I end up freaking sharing movies on my freaking Facebook. Okay, I'm trying to do too much healing work, I need to go let myself freaking relax the crap out and go watch some TV. And lost my train of thought. Maybe that's how it's meant to be. Oh yeah. And relax, allow it to balance out. And because the more you do this healing and allow that balance to be there, the more you should be happy. The more it allows you to be happy with life, the more you'll see happiness out of your own life. And in a way, I was like, yeah, I mean, I see the growth. I see the growing of the wisdom. I see how to be able, in a way, express, kind of teach it in a way with my readings. I mean, I see that, and I see being able to extend it out, which is a lot of what I had a problem with in the past. You know, how do I outwardly release this wisdom that I constantly grow into and everything, and then, you know, keep going to the next step. For me, it was like, you know, the more I learn, the more I heal, the happier I'll be. That's what I thought it was. I mean, this is the reason why I got into tarot cards anyway, because I wanted to understand what's up. Why the heck am I so sad? Why am I not happy? Why is life not working out? What am I doing wrong here? I'm just like, what do I need to do right? So I dug. I really dug. I dug in deep. I even went into freaking crazy mind warping freaking movies like Lucy just to even, maybe I'm not using enough of understanding and thinking in my brain. And then go into Buddha's understanding. I'm using my brain too much. I need to just sit there, do nothing. Well, this is not working either. I feel restless. Oh, geez. It was just like, it was like, what? So then I'm sitting here thinking today, and I'm like, you know what? I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm doing this, I'm sitting here doing nothing. I'm asking myself a bunch of this, that, and all. Where the heck's the happiness? And I was like, I thought this wisdom's supposed to help me have a happier life. And then in a way, it's like, well, yeah, I am extremely happy when I got into this. And it's like, that helped. Okay. So that helped put a puzzle in the sense of purpose. And it helped, you know, have that ongoing kind of like happiness type thing. But is that really getting it from within? You know, because it's like, then it's when I've done that, and then when I've maybe watched TV, or maybe when I'm sitting there trying to read a book, and when I'm blocked, I can't even get through 2 pages of a book. When I'm not blocked, shoot, I'll sit there and read 50 to 100 pages in one day. And I know that's not a lot for some of you, but for me, that's a lot. So it's not about what your future holds. It's about what you want your future to hold for you. I can't ever tell you what your future is going to hold for you, or even what it's going to have around the corner. I can tell you a possibility. That's it. Any reader can tell you a possibility, but the fact of how much you believe that reader is how much you actually end up manifesting that outcome that the reader told you. And some readers, you got really lucky with some readers, because they'll give you a positive outcome or a really good one that really befits what you truly feel in your heart. Well, they're just instilling that trust and belief in yourself that, yeah, you're going to get that outcome because you're working towards that outcome. If you're working towards that outcome, trust in the process towards that outcome. It's the same thing for me. But also, I've kind of been going at this for the last 3 years now, and I still live with other people. This is exactly why I'm literally starting to question my own tactics. At the same time, can't question it either. So you're in a conundrum. That's how it can get rough. And that's why it's like you can go to readers all day to try to get some sense of like, okay, I'm on the right path. But if you don't believe you're always on the right path and you're going to get there no matter who you ask, I mean, a lot of these understandings actually really hit me hard when I watched The Karate Kid. Telling y'all, these movies, when I watched The Karate Kid, Mr. Miyagi, it doesn't matter if I think you're going to win. All it matters is if you think you're going to win. If you think you're going to be able to achieve what you set out to achieve. But also taking in consideration when it involves other people and their own free will and having acceptance in that. Sometimes can be difficult, but with the wisdom behind it and knowing you are the only one in charge of what's going to happen with you and not other people. So then that's when you decipher boundaries, and not that you're judging other people. It's not that. You're judging your own reality and how maybe you want how much of that person's reality you want in your reality. And that's one of the hardest things to actually really kind of weed to actually take out of your head. Okay. I get deep. This is why it's like, sometimes I feel like Mr. Miyagi. It's like, I could tell you, but that's only maybe an energy of a perspective that maybe you're in right now. And this is interesting because it's like, doctor. Someone so highly and like obviously went like put a lot of work into something. Like so much schooling, so much willpower to achieve that doctor status. And I've only went to a career college for a patient care technician. But I put my whole life into understanding the wisdom of the soul. But according to society, someone with that curricular or the curricular, see, I don't even know the right word sometimes for some of these things. With that status in society, it's a whole nother conundrum to me too. Because they put so much work, so much study, so much of everything, but yet there's someone that hasn't even done that can still bring something to the table for that one person that has been able to achieve so much in the tangible reality, but is opening up to something of the spiritual. And they're a doctor. It's hard for people like that to be able to really open up to kind of to that, to want to even message. Like some of these things kind of hit me. And that's part of soul wisdom. Soul wisdom is some of the most life-altering tower moments. I think that is the craziest thing to even try to wrap your mind around. And it's like, with all of that, how is it that shamanism lost its importance? If you've ever, have you, The Pursuit of, is it no? What is it? What is that movie? It's like Happiness something. It's not The Pursuit of Happiness, because that's the one with, I'm pretty sure it's Will Smith. It's not The Pursuit of Happiness. It's like, it's the one on the cover, and it's got the guy just yelling out. And he's a psychiatrist. Psychologist? Psychiatrist. He's a psychiatrist. The one that counsels people. See, I don't even know these technical names. It's like, whatever. Terms are terms. I go upon reading energy, and then I literally try to take that complexity and explain it into simpler forms and cycles and rhythms of life and whatnot. So like me going after these terms and trying to remember terms and the technical terms of things, I'll leave that one to the Virgos, because the Virgos like doing that. In my opinion, that's how I feel. Because there's been, who else? I know Virgos have done it, and there's been another zodiac sign. Maybe it was Aquarius's, which is interesting because I'm an Aquarius, but there's been specific ones that have had to correct either my spelling or my terms and things, or maybe, and I just laugh at it. I think it's funny. I mean, I apologize, of course, because I know it could, maybe for some people it can get annoying and it makes me look stupid. But I really do not care, because I literally work in other areas that's like, yeah, I got this far in school with that. That was good enough for me. I know how to read and write. I know how to look up something if I really want to make it spelled right. So I wanted to learn in the energy. I wanted to learn what I'm feeling. I wanted to learn how to be able to understand how to feel fulfilled in my life. Like, there are some, I'm not saying that this person is that person that wrote. There are some doctors out there that have all of maybe everything in the world, but they yet don't really feel fulfilled. And some of them are, because they went into the field that maybe, like, connects with them on that passion level that they have with their heart, especially if they're like a nurse of something, from like something in travel to go help others in other countries and stuff like that. So yeah. And wow, as I'm sitting here with this gossip card right here, but hey, sometimes that's part of life. You just gotta take kind of like the guck and go, man, that's some crazy guck. I'm just gonna keep going on this way though. All right, you want to stay in that guck, you can have that guck. I'm gonna walk out of the guck this way. All right, I know I probably got off track there, but I'm gonna go ahead. We're already at 43 minutes, and people keep coming on and off. Cup of tea with $3 worth sugar with cookies. People are random, I tell you what. I lose like my comments, when I go to leave. So I read my comments, right? From now on, I'm going to be reading my live comments and try to keep going without getting distracted and losing my train of thought, which was my train of thought that I almost lost. All right, so we have a large amount of money and a costly gift here. And with, you'll receive something or meet something unexpectedly. So, interesting enough, with that one that was asking about his career. Possibly what's going on is they're feeling stuck, and there's something that's going to happen unexpectedly around the corner. They actually feel it. And I'm just kind of like, I'm not with you. We're really not supposed to. Some people, I guess, will have I don't know. Some things, it's like, am I even allowed to say? But people, like, everybody, even me, we can get touchy about things, especially some things that I want to say and don't know if I should say, because I don't want to make people mad, because I've done that before. Oh, man. Countless times, actually, and try not to, and then it still happens, and then I'm just like, well, I'm damned if I do, damned if I don't, and I want to keep doing this, and then I just keep doing it, and then I just keep talking, because those that find interest in actually what I'm teaching and not just trying to figure out your future and sideswipe your healing and understanding with yourself and what your heart is trying to tell you, what your guides are trying to tell you. Yes, you have something around the corner. Even in this reading, it says you will receive something, meet someone unexpectedly. Here's your sign. But it looks like some people have delays and some disappointments. So then it can backfire on some of us readers. Yes, this is what I see. You're even confirming it within your own soul. But at the same time, there can be disappointments. There can be delays in things. Someone could be happening with this person that would delay this whole process. You're going to probably feel stuck a little bit again. There's going to be something else that's revealing itself that maybe needs some changes in some area before this happens, and then that change happens, and then something unexpectedly comes in. If you're expecting it, how can it come in unexpectedly? And see, I can sound harsh. This is why I try not to do things that way, but at the same time, I'm an Aquarian. I need to just get over that, I feel. I'm going to pull some Sailor Moon cards. I try to change the subject with my own self. I do. I successfully sometimes change the subject with my own self. I am funny. I find me absolutely amusing and just unworldly. Unworldly and out of this world worldly. Like, for real. Because of just how because I know what I'm doing. That's why. I know what I'm doing. And all right. So there's strength getting through some sort of enemy or blockage or delays. Within this journey, improvements. See? For victory. There's some improvements that's needing to be made. For some of you, this could be relating to family. For some of you, this has involving your family. We have family and friendship here. And yes, okay. So whoever you're thinking about collaborating with, it's definitely a yes. They have strong family kind of friendship ties with this, excitement. There's progress here. This is pretty good. But there's improvements that's being made here. Relating to some chaos, the delays that are going on. I mean, there's freaking 3 cards here of delays. So it's balancing itself out. This is also part of the journey, which is exactly why I sat here in tears. What am I not doing? What am I doing too much of? What is a part of this journey that I am not seeing? What is it a part of this part of my journey? Like, what am I not finishing? What am I waiting on? Something unexpectedly, but there's some delays. There's needing to be improvements. what am I needing some improvements upon? Oh, here we go. This part right here, what I'm starting to feel like what it is tuning. It's tuning the gears. Yep. All right. So I'm satisfied with that. I'm satisfied with that. I'm going to move along with this. All right. What advice can we get for my collective here today? And I just got to say one thing for anyone who has read these and sat through this whole thing, even through listening to me. I mean, like you listened. You listened the whole video. Just got to say one thing. One thing. The fine-tuning is everything. Because this whole process this whole video, the process through this whole video was the fine-tuning and a little piece of my own fine-tuning as things lay out, as the delays end. And just even watch how certain things kind of teeter-totter a little bit back and forth. But then in result, I go back inward and go, okay, I understand that too. And I understand this too. And I understand how that ties with that. And then it mirror reflects for some how to also fine-tune that. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and pull Sacred Vision cards. All right. There you go. Jeez. Oh my gosh. You wouldn't believe. They're both black. They're both black. I don't do one card pulls on my lives. I don't do personals on my lives. If you would like a personal, the information is below. Thank you. All right. I think also not only am I fine-tuning myself, it's like the fine-tuning myself is then going to bleed into the fine-tuning of how I pull out these readings. And I like how that is happening and how I'm actually paying attention to it and allowing it to take me from my train of thought at times. Because then it really shows how I would like to pull strongly and more into this without getting certain kind of, I know I'll probably sometimes always get those comments, but to help my viewers not feel like they have to ask any reader, but how to be able to go to readings, know what you're looking for, and gather the message what your guides are wanting you to gather, not what maybe you're asking people to want, that maybe what you want people to kind of tell you, or try to gather something that's only for you and you have no doubt in your mind. And that goes with my fortune cookie that I have here. And I almost feel as if that's a lesson of not having doubts in yourself. And it's kind of one of the biggest things as to how and why people are going to these readings, because they're having doubts in themselves, which leading them to asking readers to tell them their life. Ask yourself, what is coming towards you in love? And then ask the universe. Look at the animals. The animals are going to answer you way better, and your heart's going to answer you way better than any reader can answer, because you're going to know in your heart the right direction and trust in your heart for that specific direction. And that's what's really going to help that, because even with this little read right here, any doubts you have will soon disappear. And it's all in the process of trusting yourself, trusting your own guides or what it is that you believe in. Watching, even if you have to go to watch 3 readings a day or something, and kind of resonate with that, sit with yourself in that. Really working in your inner knowing, and you're working in your own journey and being able to follow your heart. Like, I really personally don't think I ever get clients coming back more than once. In a way that can sound bad, in a way it can be bad, but at the same time, that's how I want it. Not in a mean way, but in a way where I hope that I can help them to seek this information out of themselves. Like, I have worked really hard and figured out how to seek it in myself, but also work extra hard to be able to teach other people how to be able to have this for themselves as well. Because you're giving your power away when you go to these readers like that. I mean, not that I'm downing anyone, but you're giving your own power away in what you truly come to a realization of what you want out of love. You take that wisdom away from yourself and give it to someone else, and hoping that they're leading you down the right direction to real love. It just, it just seems to me that that's not how we truly actually want to do it. We just don't know any other way to do it. And so this is one of the biggest things I actually truly want to teach when I do these readings. Not that I'm really saying, yeah, come to me, get a reading, I'll tell you how to make your happiness come true. No, just come here, watch me. And over time, you'll actually figure out within your own self how to be able to make your happiness come to life, because of watching me go through it and working through it and trying to figure out how to even express it in what I'm doing and how I'm trying to do it. You know, it becomes a thinking dynamic. Yeah, thank you. It becomes a thinking dynamic between me and you. You won't have to ask me questions, because you'll know somehow whatever answer you need is somehow going to come out, just because I'm pulling certain readings out, but also giving my experience on how I figured this out within myself, how I'm listening with this inside myself, and how you maybe can do it for you, maybe what you already do, and taking acknowledge in yourself and what you're already doing, that's already giving you certain answers. It's just maybe you're lacking the loving eyes to see it. And that's one of the cards that constantly comes out. And maybe you are already whole. You're just lacking the loving eyes to see it within yourself. So I had to put that out there because of that. It's like there's so much of that going around, and it's like that that right there is the main reason why I came back to YouTube. And that right there is the main reason why I started doing twin flame readings and trying my best to get out of this love cycle. But but yeah, I think that's the fine tuning that's happening right here within myself. So when you see this fine tuning energy happening in yourself, you'll be able to know, like, okay, I see what's happening now. Just gotta get through this fine tuning. This is the fine tuning. And you give yourself more peace. You're understanding your process more. And then it allows you to be able to truly give trust to your process, because you are just going to know, you're going to know when it's the right time for you to know. And the more you trust yourself that you're in the process of working to know in the right time that's meant for you to know, it's going to happen. And it's already happening. It's already there. Exactly why, even though I went through a very heavy fine-tuning breakdown today, usually I won't come on here. It seems like an unbalance. I won't do videos. But today it was different. It actually felt like a balancing act happening. And I was like, all right, I'm doing a reading today. So with that said, I'm getting into the ending here. When I start reading these, all right, so worthiness, knowing you're worthy of this. You're worthy of being able to know in yourself what's coming towards you in love. You're worthy of all of this. Whether you go get a deck yourself and decide to play with the deck, I just want to put a warning out there. You'll go through a lot of confusion. You'll go through a lot of balancing this way, going on that way, I don't know what this means. I don't know what this is saying. And then you'll go back to YouTube. So just kind of putting that out there, you can get yourself a deck of cards and do it this way, but it's not going to bring you full clarity, because that is what this is, practicing cycles and certain things, then to gain the understanding and clarity that you are working for. And seeing the worthiness in yourself that you do have this. You have everything that I have inside of me, inside of you. Just what are you passionate about putting work towards? I'm passionate about playing around and doing this and talking my head off to y'all. It just makes me happy. And so I do it. What just makes you happy? My son likes talking to himself and building Lego stuff, and he talks to himself. And whenever he's playing video games, he loves playing the video games he has a headset, he doesn't wear the headset, and he talks to himself and the TV and playing games. My son enjoys talking to himself. So what we're figuring out is what is the main gratifying passion that we can create into videos that allows that talking to himself become the whole world. That's what you're doing with yourself. And what makes you so happy, that brings fulfillment inside of yourself, that then it's like once the finances come into play after this is rooted, whatever your passion is, not the reading, but whatever your passion is rooted, and then it flows together, and it's not, I'm doing this to make a living. You're living and making a living off of it. So, blue medicine. All water birds are medicine. If followed, they lead you to water. The essence of life, the kingfisher, in particular, represents healing. Wow, would we get a healing card here, y'all? One would wish any wound, physical or psychological, would mend as quickly as the water's surface after a kingfisher's dive. The kingfisher is like the intrepid warrior that you are. To solve your problems, you move deeply beneath the surface of your emotions into the troubled waters, searching for early reasons and conditioning that caused you pain. This blue medicine signifies the deep blue water of your emotions. And your prey is an inferior sense of well-being and worthiness. Like this great bird in flight, once your prey is found, you set your wings to soar high above it, determining where next you will plunge. Let this be your time of healing. Raise your spirits to the skies. Right? Yeah, that's what I was doing for the longest time. That's awesome. That's awesome. I love seeing you. Thank you so much. You're amazing. You're so cool, and your hair is like so beautiful. All right, time. And this is the doorway. Life can be a melody of delight. When the painting of your path begins to fray within your own lodge of thought, shift your mind's eye to that of a placid sea. See the brilliant path of silver light that comes across the water to bring you safely home. Let the clarity of light fill you with the radiant colors as you surround yourself with the protection of the ancestors. This is the time of your becoming. What wonders do you dream of for yourself? All right, and then we have Raven and Swallow, which is really awesome because these are both feminines. Oh, thank you. These are both feminines, and they're both stretching their wings out, going outwards to fly. And so I thought that was like really perfect for this reading. So beautiful. Like the dark kind of like shadow aspect and the light aspect of like someone just coming in union and just in union with themselves, like the dark and the light, and just being kind of aligned within their own essence of their darkness and their light together. It's creating an immense balance. That's so beautiful to me. That's wow. I have not seen an energy like that play out. That's cool. And I've had these cards for 4 years. Huh. Let's see, 28. I am Raven. I am the deep magic from the north and the ancient connection between you and the immortal. I am proof that your world is changing. You are missing I think you are finding the missing threads that bind your experience. There are great things at work. There are manifestations unfolding before your feet. I want to help you, your guides are helping you to see the magic and also collaborating with you on how to use it. Because it says teaching you. I feel like you're collaborating. Yeah. I am the bird that transport you from one realm to the next. I am the portal, granting you access from the solid grounds of earth. I am that which appears from nothing. There is no greater power than your own will to sustain your vision. Yeah. When you see me coming down from the lonely mountainside, it is time to take the reins. I may appear only once, so grab the chance when you see it. Take your whims and ground them. Take your fertility and shatter it to pieces. Stop accepting the chaos around you. Stop allowing your energy to dissipate and give it form and substance. You are a magician. You are the missing piece of the puzzle. You are connectivity, and you are Raven. And then Swallow. 34. I am Swallow, the direction changer. I am the swiftness of every great move. I am the exploration of new angles. I am the bold agility you need to catch what is yours. I am the adaptability required for new experiences. What you seek eludes you, and I am here to help you find out why. See, that's a perfect energy in this. Step outside of yourself, or you are stepping outside of yourself and taking a longer look, because we do have the card here, taking a closer look. And so we do have the card here taking a closer look. You are in, I am the most efficient use of skill. Oh, I am the hope of new pathways. I am the right place at the right time, which is, we have here, you will receive or meet someone unexpectedly. I am the most efficient use of skill. You are encountering choice and the magnitude of its potential. Sometimes the best decisions require the least reflection. I am the spontaneity of a single fling moment where everything can change. I am the determination to cross difficult terrain. Trust your intuition and your inner knowing, which is intuition, but hey. You are the energy of higher purpose. You are the power to outmaneuver. You are pure instinct, and you are swallow. All right, there we go. I hope you'll have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing. I greatly appreciate it. I hope you'll have a wonderful day, and I hope y'all had a beautiful festivals and holidays, and we're having New Year's coming up, and my quarantine's almost over. I'm feeling a lot better. I ended up with the corona that my mom ended up having, and I ended up getting, oh my gosh, so sick. Feeling a lot better now. It's been great. So yeah, that's awesome. Yes. I will see y'all on Monday. Yes, because I also am doing my zodiacs on Monday as well. Bye, y'all.